What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mag. So this is your match preview for the game, of course, against Fulham tomorrow in that 3 o'clock kickoff slot. And here we go. Newcastle will be taking on Fulham down at Craven Cottage. This will be the second time that we have played Fulham at Craven Cottage this season. Of course, we're already playing them in the FA Cup, where we'll beat them to progress through to the next round. And then, of course, this is going to be a very, very entertaining game, hopefully. The team news going into this game, of course, on the Fulham side of things, is, of course, that they don't have any injuries. Their sick bay is absolutely empty, as the saying would go. And, of course, us going into this on our team news, going into it, of course, Anthony Gordon is back, flashes back after being suspended for the game against Everton. Of course, it's in James's Park. He is back and ready to go against Fulham for tomorrow's game. And of course, Lewis Hall is available after a knock as well. Kieran Trippier and several other players remain sidelined. But anyhow, of course, was talking in his press conference, and hopefully we do get to see maybe some of them sideline players making an appearance, hopefully in the game against Fulham, but only time will tell when, of course, the team lineups come out. If or not, then players will be in there. On the disciplinary watch for this game, of course, both Gordon and Bruno risk suspension after the 32nd game of the season. Gordon needs to avoid a yellow, and Bruno, of course, needs to avoid as well in 10 games. So both of them need to avoid getting cards in this game, of course, and try, keep themselves away from them hard tackles, and try not get in the referee's book. On Fulham's form at home this season, they were defeated, of course, by Nottingham Forest recently, and they have a pretty strong home form of 9 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses this season in the Premier League. So they've got a pretty strong home form of 9 wins so far this season at home. Hopefully, we can catch them on the off like we did in the game, of course, in the FA Cup, and progress up that table, higher up that table. Of course, because if we win this game, we will go to 47 points. We'll be 1 point behind Man United, who are in 6th place. If Fulham win this game, of course, which we do not want to do, which we do not want to happen, of course, then they would get 42 points, and they would, of course, take Wolves' place in the Premier League, who currently occupy 11th. The head-to-head for this game, of course, Newcastle have a dominant record down at Craven Cottage in recent seasons, winning our last 4 meetings there. So we are going into this with the aim of extending that to 5 wins in a row at Craven Cottage. Hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can get the 3 points on the board. Looking at the way they've played, I do believe we do have enough there. Even with the injuries that's currently going on at Newcastle at the minute, I do believe we've got enough there in the tank to be able to go down to Craven Cottage and pick up the 3 points and bring them back up here to Tyneside. The referee, of course, will be Sam Elson. He's taken charge of his 3rd Premier League game. He's assisted by Jared Gillette, the Aussie Scouser, on VAR. And of course, this will be the first time that Sam Elson has, of course, done a Newcastle United game. Other games that he's done, of course, for Newcastle were reserve games. This will be the first time he has refereed a Premier League first team game involving, of course, Newcastle. But hopefully he can do a really good job. Hopefully, we don't see what we've seen with the previous 2 referees, where they've been very, one-sided, bad decisions in games as well. Hopefully we don't see that from this lad. Hopefully, he does his job well and, plays the game right down the middle. There's no agendas there. as we do see with quite a few of the Premier League referees. There's always some underlining agenda there, but there's my thoughts anyway down in the comments below. I don't want to harp on too long. If I had to go for a score prediction for this game against Fulham, I will go with Newcastle come away 3-0 winners against Fulham down at Craven Cottage. Confident win, get the 3 points in the bag, and let's push on with what's left of this Premier League season, which will only be 7 games left after this game against Fulham. So, let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get ourselves into them European spots. But if you have liked the video, please hit a like on it. Please hit that share as well, so it does get the video out there to more people. More eyes watching the content is always good. It does help the channel to grow. And if you have, of course, liked the video, then please consider subscribing to the channel as well, so you don't miss any more of the content on the channel. Hit that bell as well and turn on all notifications so you always know when I have put out a new video. Until next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads?